to me, this is one for State, right? Looking at the team from the triangle. They need to bounce back from a super emotional game with a well-played, low-drama win. That's what I'm looking for. NC State just played Notre Dame, beat them at the buzzer in a very talked-about game. You know, it wasn't a pretty game. It wasn't a highlight-filled game, except for the end there with DJ Burns. But I'm trying to count now in my head. 3 or 4 different people hit me with, did you see the State game? Did you see the State? Like, it was a game that permeated through, like, the casual fans in the triangle. Did you see the game? And the reason why is because it's an emotionally exhaustive game. Right? The 54-52 win at the buzzer, that is a laborious, that is a tedious, that is an exhausting game. You can't do that to your team game in and game out. You play that game like 4 or 5 times a year and your team is exhausted and looking for a break. You can't do that every single game. So in this one, actually, no, I'll take a step back. It's good to know you can do that. It's good. It's confidence. It's if you're caught in like an ACC tournament or a big dance game where it's ugly and it's gross and it's tiring, it's good to have that in your history to be like, all right, we know what to do here. We've been here before. But that is a game you try to do as little as possible.
You don't want to make it a routine, like a regular thing.
It's living on the edge. It's not playing well. Like, quite frankly, even though you won, you didn't play well. You don't want those things to become habits. And if you look at Virginia, guess what? Notre Dame just beat Virginia by double figures.
Blew them out.
You beat Notre Dame with you beat Notre Dame with borderline your worst game. You shot 28%. You shot 17% from 3. Like, you beat them with your worst game. And they beat Virginia by a bunch. So now Virginia, at your place, coming to your home court, you should take care of this one, right? This is one you should win and have neither team. This is a good way to judge if this one is a success. If neither team fouls at the end, right? Because there's that like 7-8 point barrier where if you're winning by at least that, the opposing team's coach won't foul with like 2 minutes left to try to elongate the game. They'll just be like, maybe if we hit a 3, we'll jump into a press or something here. Like, NC State should be able to beat UVA with how UVA's playing and the talent we know NC State has. They should be able to beat them without either team fouling at the end, right? Neither team should be trying to extend it for another chance. State's been shooting roughly 45% from the field on the season. They shot 27-point-something% from the field against Notre Dame. If they get back to 45% or near there, if you're really being greedy with your expectations, significantly above there, they should be okay, right? They should be able to get the win, get some guys back in rhythm, have some guys like the PJ Horns, the Casey Morcells, see a couple of shots from the perimeter go down, open shots, and then get out of there without completely emptying all your emotional reserves the way you did after that Notre Dame game. Because like I said, that game is fun. It's talked about. Hey, did you see the State game? Oh, my gosh, did you see DJ Burns? Did you see the up and under? Ooh, ah, yee. But it's not something that can become part of your repertoire that you use often. Right? For most of us, it's like a 3-wood when you're playing golf. Right? Unless you're a really good golfer, right? Unless you're like the best UVA teams of the past 10 years that really do love playing ugly 54, 52 games, unless that's like, no, I hit the 3-wood like John Daly. Unless that's your thing, most of the time you're like, I'm going driver, and I'm going irons. Hybrid. Where's my hybrid? I'll work off the hybrid.